Men are fickle as hell. And yes, they're going to treat you different based off of their level of attraction to you. This is just my own lived experience. I am 5'1". I've been as heavy as 210 pounds. I've been as tiny as 117 pounds. I am currently a retired bodybuilder, so I've been muscular, I've been petite, I've been big, and I've just been straight up fat. And the type of men that I attracted and the amount of men that I attracted were all different amongst those different type of phases that I was in. If you are not that man's type, that man is not going to like you, and he's just not going to treat you nice. Point blank, period. It's very important that you find out what the type is of that man, and you can kind of secretly do it. If you follow them on social media, try to see if you can cheat the algorithm to see if there's women on their timeline, and look at who they're following, look at the type of women that they're following. Typically, that's their type. If you don't match that type, that man's not going to be nice to you. Men typically are very faithful to their type. Like, look at Jason Momoa. Like, he was married to Lisa Bonet and they got divorced, and what did he go do? He got a younger version of the exact replica of Lisa Bonet. Tisha Campbell's ex-husband, he literally did the same thing. He got a replica of Tisha Campbell. Men have it already in their brain, like, what type of woman that they like see themselves being with. Like, they do kind of like have like a physical dream girl type in their brain. And when you're not that type, you're not going to exist to them. At least not on a level where if they decide to entertain you, they are going to treat you accordingly. Pretty privilege is a thing. Pretty privilege is how I got my first job out of college at one of the most prestigious hospitals in the world with absolutely no experience, because one of the main people making the decisions was a man who was very attracted to me. And I picked up on this during the interview. Most of anything that's been male dominated in my life, I have been able to get it and receive it because that man was attracted to me. Men in really society in general rewards beauty, and they reward it in different ways. And so when you aren't at the objective standard of beauty, men, you don't exist to men. Men are not going to pay attention to you, and you're still going to attract men still, but that's the next point I'm going to get into. There is a tiered system. There's a tiered system of body type to how many and what type of men you're going to attract, as far, and facially too, just physicality. Physicality is always going to determine the amount of men and the type of men that you attract, because you could attract, even if you're like severely overweight, you could attract a ton of men at 350 pounds. It's just going to typically be men that aren't as wealthy, men that usually are at or below the poverty line, or men that like kind of have some type of like fetish or something. It goes back to what I said before, a type. However, outside of that small percentage of a quote unquote type, if you are not objectively beautiful, men are not going to pay attention to you. Some people are on here giving advice saying that you can figure out, if a man cares about attractiveness, in correlation to their niceness based off of how they treat the waitress or how they treat their mom and stuff like that. And I don't believe that, okay? Anyone can wear a mask. This is what I think you should do to see. Get a celebrity's before and after picture. Someone that looked great and someone who has aged or someone who has gained weight, and just show it to him. Don't even say anything. Just show it to him and just look at his face. Within the first 5 seconds, pay attention to his micro expressions and see his face. That will tell you everything you need to know about how that man will potentially view you once you get older, if you gain weight, after you give birth and have children. That's going to tell you everything you need to know. And men are very honest about this. They're on all these podcasts and they're talking about this. They say they want women who are younger. Well, if they're telling you that they want women that are younger, you're going to get married to someone when you're 25. So then you're going to be, 35, then 45, then 55, okay? So you're going to be with this person who's already telling you that they like younger women, and while you're with them, all you're doing is getting older. So then guess what? they're going to be looking for another 25-year-old once you have aged out and once you look too old. If a man has been admiring you for your body and how great your body looks, what's going to happen after you have children? Your body isn't going to look the same anymore. So then the initial attraction that he's basing this off of is going to fade away after you have children. And yes, you know, you can get back in the gym and you can lose the weight, but your body's never going to look the same, okay? Stretch marks, C-section scars, all of that. That's a real thing. And a lot of women are subconscious about it because their body didn't always look like that. And they've been able to rely on the crutch of their physicality before children, and they don't have it anymore after they have children. This is why you'll find a lot of men cheating in a relationship or in a marriage once a woman has given birth, because their body has changed. And I hate to like even be blunt about this, but you just don't hear men saying, I'm attracted to her stretch marks, I'm attracted to her C-section scar, you know, I'm attracted to her weight gain. They're just not. And when men can't even fake it, they can't even fake it. If you're not attracted to them, that's it. Like, they're not going to treat you the same. And if they do stick around, you're not going to get the maximum treatment that you could be getting if you actually were attracted, if you were attractive to them. Although it's rare, please find someone who is attracted to you as a person, okay? Find a man who cares about your thoughts, your opinions, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you treat other people, and not just your physicality. If he's always just admiring your beauty and he's not admiring anything else about you, proceed with caution, because anything could happen. Anything could happen. You could get sick. You could have an accident. Anything could happen. And if you're only relying on the crutch of your beauty with the man and you're trying to be with this man long term, you need to reevaluate the man that you're with, because beauty fades and we get older, and you need to be with someone who likes the internal part of you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mercy, and today I want to talk about something that a lot of people see happening every day but don't always want to admit exists. We're talking about pretty privilege and how some people completely change the way they treat women based on whether they find them attractive or not. Now, this conversation is not about forcing anyone to date someone they're not interested in. Everyone has preferences, and that's completely normal. What I'm talking about is something much deeper than attraction. I'm talking about basic human respect. Because in my opinion, there is a huge difference between not being attracted to someone and treating them like they don't matter. Unfortunately, too many people blur that line, and the stories we're discussing today reveal a reality that many women have experienced firsthand.
Honestly crazy to me how men treat unattractive women. So I'm not gonna say I was like ugly, but in high school, I was definitely nowhere near as attractive as I am now. And also I was just like nerdy, skinny, kind of just not confident, but men were just so mean to me. I'm talking like they would full on ignore me in conversations. So when I got to college and started getting all of this male attention, I was like so confused. The switch up to me is just so crazy because now I literally get everything for free. I get invited to the craziest things with like celebrities, rappers, like not because I'm famous, but because I'm pretty, and so are my friends. That's literally the only reason. Obviously we're fun too, but it just makes me sad though how men view unattractive women versus attractive women. It's just like, who cares? Anyways, love you guys so much. Fuck men. Bye.
How men treat women they are not attracted to is crazy. It is literally like night and day. Okay? Pretty privilege is such a real thing, and the day that like everybody wakes up to it, we'd probably be much better off as a society, because what I witnessed today is crazy. Like, when men are unattracted to you, it's just like, okay, you're just fucking there. But when they're attracted to you, the doors get open. It's like, oh, do you need anything? Here, let me help you pick up that bag. Okay? Like, oh, do you need me to do this for you? Can I help you? Oh, you look so nice today. Like, it's just opened my eyes, especially being a flight attendant. Okay? Like, you come to work and look good. The men are great. Okay, but it's just if you're not, sorry, crazy.
You guys have to see how men treat women that they don't find conventionally attractive in person in real time. It's actually so disgusting. Kind of turns me off from all men and very, very disrespectful. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I was in Washington with my friend, and we went out with some guys, and the guys were really cool. You know, they paid for our food, paid for our drinks, whatever. And it was really, it was really nice. It was an experience. The guys are super polite, complimenting us, whatever. My friend had knew them prior. I didn't know them, but they were really, really nice to me, very friendly, asking a lot of questions. Oh, babe, what do you want? We got it, whatever. So from the dinner, because we had went to dinner, we had proceeded to go to the next location, which was a hookah lounge. So we went to that hookah lounge. And once we got to the hookah lounge, my friend was like, oh, I'm going to have another friend, come and she's gonna link up with us. So the other friend, she came and she linked up with us. Sorry guys. And once the friend got there, it's just like the vibes got weird. Everybody got quiet. The guys were looking at each other, and this was a beautiful black girl. I don't think it was anything wrong, but it's like, I feel like when you don't fit a certain standard of beauty, men equate that to being ugly or society, societal beauty standards. But there was nothing wrong with the girl. She was a gorgeous black girl. You get what I'm saying? Maybe because, like, I don't know, like, she had like a bald head or whatever, and I don't know, maybe because she didn't have a 613 bust down, I don't know, or a jet black bust down, I don't know. They were just like, whatever. So it's only two guys. So when she first meets the first guy didn't even want to shake her hand. You get what I'm saying? He's like turning his head, like he's not even saying two words. And the other guy, when she goes to like reach in to shake his hand, he kind of moves his hands and does like Dr. Umar, like prayer hands. Gives her like prayer hands, like I don't really want to be touched. So the vibe was just weird. And they're looking at each other, exchanging glances, and they're laughing. And I'm thinking in my head, like, and they're looking at me because, like, I've got a big smile on my face because I'm a generally happy person. And I'm, like, peeping what's going on. So I'm, like, looking like, I think they thought that I was kind of in on the joke with them. But that's not me. I'm a girl's girl. So later on, me and my friend, the guys, we leave. And then I address the situation because I have a big mouth and I'm working on it, but whatever. So I addressed the situation. I was like, what happened back there? And they just get to like laugh and they think it's the funniest thing in the world. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'm like, LOL, like, what's so funny? They're like, LOL, you peeped all of that. And I'm like, of course I peeped all of that. And they were like, LOL, like, like just trying to like play it off. And I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't funny. And so it's funny because it's like, both of them were trying to like talk to me and exchange numbers with me, and it's like, I would never talk to y'all because I don't like how y'all date women. I don't like how y'all treat women. Like, that was a turn off. Like, not my type no more. Because I feel like you should have respect for all women. I'm not saying I want a friendly man. I'm not saying I want to, I want a man that's always shaking somebody's hand or whatever. But I want a man that teaches women. I mean, not teaches women. I want a man that deals with all women with a certain level of respect. Because you didn't find her attractive, you didn't want to shake her hand. Like, that's corny. Get out of here. Like, that's not the vibe. That's ill. But I just wanted to get on TikTok and rant to you guys a little bit and let you know, and I wanted to know y'all ideologies on this as well, because I kind of think this type of behavior is disgusting and we need to call it out. Ill, gross. Anyway, have a good rest of you guys' day.
At the end of the day, I think this conversation goes far beyond beauty standards. It's really about how we choose to treat other people. You don't have to be attracted to everyone. You don't have to date everyone. You don't have to pretend that physical attraction doesn't matter. But what you should do is treat people with basic human decency regardless of how they look. Because respect should never be something that has to be earned through attractiveness. The true measure of a person's character isn't how they treat people they want something from. It's how they treat people when there's absolutely nothing to gain. That's the lesson I take away from this discussion. I'm Mercy, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever witnessed pretty privilege in action? Do you think society places too much value on appearance? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.